All right. Does she drive like a bat out of hell or what?
We're double checking cameras.
Red light,
red light, red light, red light.
All right, yep.
Wow, we got everything covered. This is how you do it, huh?
You want to tell us about the dates you had in your cars, Rizzy?
Well, we'll have to shut off this camera.
That is a different version of the show.
I'm just gonna edit this.
Yeah.
I hope so. Hi everybody, I'm in my car with Jen Mueller and she's gonna drive me to the ballpark. So I'm gonna be a passenger in my car for the very first time. Can't wait to see what the ride feels like, and we're gonna have a great conversation. So let's go.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
I'm in trouble.
Rizzy! You know him as the voice of the Mariners, but already he's making me nervous.
No. Well, it's a
little bit.
Brand new car. It's a beautiful car.
Yeah, what kind of car are we driving?
It's a brand new 2025 Cx60 from Sandberg Volvo. It's a Volvo. It's a beautiful car. I love it. Great gas mileage. So stop on by Sandberg Volvo. You're going to come in as a friend and leave as part of the family with a great car.
And I actually did not have to adjust the seat.
He's a wise guy, too.
When you say this is a new car, how many miles are on this car?
Well, when I got it, I think there was like 50 miles on it, so it
That's why you're so jumpy. I promise I was not going to hit
I know.
the garage doors.
I
also would not hit the cars that were in the garage.
Oh my, did you see those?
Yes, I had no idea
Yeah.
that you drove those around when you
yeah.
weren't at the ballpark.
I love finding classic cars. About 10 years ago, I always wanted to get a 1957 Chevy. You know, it had the big fins in the back. It was just, man, a classic looking car. So I happened to see one. I was just at my coffee shop and I saw online this car for sale at this classic car dealership on the north side of Chicago. I called my brother, Donnie, who lives on the south side. I said, Donnie, would you drive up to this car dealership on the north side of town and take a look at this car for me? So he did. And we FaceTime, he started it up, it sounded great, it looked great, looked like a beautiful red 1957 Chevy Bel Air. And I bought the car. And it came about maybe a week or 10 days later, and out comes this orange 57 Chevy. And I told the guy, that's not my car. He goes, you're Rick Rizzs? I go, yeah, this is your car, here's the keys. But on all the pictures online, it looked red, and it wasn't. It was orange, but I love it. It's a great color, and it drives beautifully. It's in great shape, and I do take that out quite a bit.
Then you have another one.
I always wanted 1966 Chevy Corvette Stingray. It's just a beautiful car. I called up Vintage Motors. I said, look for a 1966 Chevy Corvette Stingray Nassau Blue. They found this car at this dealership in Southern California, Los Angeles. And we FaceTime, I looked at it, I go, I have to have this car. So they started it up and everything. We negotiated for a price, and I bought it. And so I have a 1966 Chevy Corvette Stingray that runs beautifully. It's just beautiful. It's my dream car.
Well, what kind of car did you learn to drive on? And who taught you how to drive?
I learned, you know, when I was a sophomore in high school, I learned in a Mustang. And I remember it had bucket seats. And, you know, where the steering wheel was, it went up like this, and the passenger side, it went up like this, and I couldn't see over the top, you know. Me and two of my buddies took driver's ed with the wrestling coach, and I couldn't see over the top. So he went in his house and got a big old Yellow Pages. Back then we had Yellow Pages. So I had to sit on a big book of Yellow Pages so I could see over the top. I learned how to drive in that Mustang, but my dad bought a 1966 Pontiac Bonneville. Thing was as big as a boat. It was yellow with a black vinyl top, and it was fun to drive.
Really, was that fun to drive? You go from driving a Mustang to driving a boat?
It was freedom. I could go on dates, you know, and and take the car.
Oh.
So that was
Want to
freedom.
tell us about the dates you had in your cars, Rizzy?
Well, we'll have to shut off this camera.
Coming up next on Can I Drive Your Car?
I won't eat a hot dog
Oh.
because my first year in the minor leagues, I was broke. Girls in the concession stand would give me the leftover hot dogs. Chop them up, put them in some macaroni and cheese, have some sort of meat. So I don't eat too many hot dogs right now.
You have done a lot of road trips in your time, both buses, planes. There's a lot of time. What is the snack that you have to have in your bag or when you were on a road trip?
Oh, wow, that's a great question. Classic peanut butter and jelly sandwich kind of held you over to way down the road, you know, or potato chips of some sort.
Now, sometimes guys will say that reminds them of being at home, being a kid, being at whatever point, but they'll never eat it again because they had too much of it. Do you still eat PB&Js?
Oh, definitely. But I won't eat a hot dog.
Oh.
because in 1975, my first year in the minor leagues, I was broke. I was a clubhouse guy. So I had to get up at 7 o'clock in the morning, had to do the laundry, take them across the street to my apartment complex, to the laundromat there. I did the laundry, took all morning, had to hang it up in the clubhouse. So then I would do 3 innings of play-by-play. After the ball game, the girls in the concession stand would give me the leftover hot dogs. Ate those at night, save a few, chop them up, put them in some macaroni and cheese, have some sort of meat in there, and so I don't eat too many hot dogs right now.
I have a somewhat similar story. So the year that I spent working minor league baseball was the summer of 1999, Nashville Sounds. Same thing, I'm broke. They're paying me a couple of grand to be there for 4 months, 3 months, whatever. It was the best summer ever. But they would put hot dogs in the press box every night. So every night, that's what you had for dinner was hot dogs. And then they would often keep the hot dog buns in the press box, and like if the team went on the road, they didn't really bother to kind of clean things out.
What?
And so you would have like a ketchup sandwich.
Ketchup sandwich?
You'd have a
Oh,
ketchup
my.
and mustard sandwich for lunch.
Delicious.
And a Diet Coke because they didn't turn the fountain off, and you could do that. So I very rarely eat hot dogs.
Yeah.
I also do not eat peanuts.
No?
I don't eat peanuts
Oh,
in the
my
shell
goodness.
because part of our job after the game was to clean the stadium. You tie trash bags around your waist and you clean the stadium, which meant that by hand you had to scrape out all of the beer-soaked peanuts.
Oh, what a great job.
Yep.
Coming up next on Can I Drive Your Car?
Grandma, get out the rye bread and mustard. It's grand salami time. And I went, what? What was that? You know? And it turned out to be Radio Gold. Dave came up with that. And so in honor of the greatest announcer in baseball history, I just want fans to remember Dave Niehaus. And I hope they do forever.
Out of all of the times that you have traveled, what is the thing that you forget to pack that surprises you every single time it happens?
Probably my phone charger.
You don't have like 14 of those just stuffed in every bag?
I do, and I still forget them, yeah. So I asked Shannon, can I borrow your phone charger? I forgot mine. So I tell you what, I'm really good at it now after 50 years, you know.
Yeah.
8 years in the minor leagues and 43 in the big leagues. I'm pretty good at packing. I check and I double check.
I leave my toothbrush everywhere.
Yeah.
But it's the last thing I do before I leave, right? To go catch the bus.
Yeah.
The number of times I have left my toothbrush
Yeah.
in the hotel. We're
Yeah.
like,
And
it's really...
There's a pharmacy nearby in
I
Chicago
know,
or New York.
but still,
But
yeah.
still, you want
you get that when you get in, and then you're like, oh, that's a bummer. How often do you replay calls in your head when you are driving to or from the ballpark?
Not too often.
Really?
Really? Yeah, no. I like hearing the post-game show and hearing the calls, and I want to make sure that the call is accurate and exciting. Was I too excited or not enough? I never have that problem, but I like to get excited. But I enjoy critiquing myself to make sure, was it a good call? Did I get everything?
Yeah.
Like when in 1995, we had the one-game playoff against the Angels, and the bases were loaded. Mark Langston was battling Randy Johnson, and I'll never forget, Vince Coleman came up, the bases loaded, Flowers was on the third. Here come Tino was on at second, Joey Cora was on at first base, and Vince Coleman hit a line shot into right field. And Tim Salmon came up and on both knees made a sliding catch, and Flowers couldn't score. He didn't know if he was going to catch the ball or not catch the ball. So then here comes Luis Sojo. And on the very first pitch to Sojo, swinging a ground ball, sneaks on by Snow down the right field line to the bullpen. Here comes Flowers, here comes Tino, here comes Joey. The throw home, cut off by Langston. Langston has it, relay home, gets on by Ellenson. Cora scores, here comes Sojo, Sojo scores. Everybody scores. So it was a huge base hit by Luis Sojo. It was the bottom of the seventh inning. The Mariners scored 4 runs like that, went on to win the ball game 9-1. So that one I always enjoy, hearing.
Yeah.
But it's fun to hear yourself and make sure that you want to get it right, for the fans.
Do you ever test out material ahead of time?
No.
Or do you ever hear a description?
Yes.
And you're like, hey, that I would really,
Yeah.
that's perfect.
Yes.
I would like to work that in.
Yeah. Oh, I listen to other broadcasters, and it's high form of flattery if you can steal a little something, but not exactly that. You don't want to take somebody else's home run call. Every announcer should be unique with their home run calls and their style. You got to be yourself. So you listen to other guys to see how they do it, not necessarily steal anything, but listen how they do the game.
Obviously, the Grand Slam call now is a tribute to Dave.
Exactly. That will always be there.
What was your Grand Slam call before that?
It's a Grand Slam.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. You didn't have like.
No.
Okay.
Because in 1995, everything Dave Niehaus did was radio gold. And his home run call was that will fly, fly, fly away. Except this night, with the bases loaded and Tino Martinez up, Tino hit a home run. So Kevin Kremen is on one side of Dave, on the other side of Dave. We're in the Kingdome. Huge game. And so I'm waiting for, and it will fly, fly, fly away. And all of a sudden, I hear, Grandma, get out the rye bread and mustard. It's grand salami time. And I went, what? And I remember leaning back in my chair, looked around, Dave looked at Kevin, and Kevin looked at me and went, what was that? And it turned out to be radio gold. It was just outstanding. But Dave came up with that, Grandma, get out the rye bread and mustard, and he passed away November 10th of 2010. And so in honor of the greatest announcer in baseball history and my friend, I want fans to remember Dave Niehaus and remember his legacy in that great call. So anytime the bases are loaded and Cal Raleigh hits a home run, it's not a grand slam. Grandma, get out the rye bread and mustard, it's grand salami time. I just want fans to remember Dave Niehaus, and I hope they do forever.
Coming up next on Can I Drive Your Car?
I know the score before every game starts.
Do you?
0-0. That's a dad joke.
I fell for that one.
Try that on your kids.
So when you're pulling into the ballpark,
Yeah.
are you thinking about the game? Are you generally rocking out to music?
Yeah.
Are you going over game prep? When do you
No.
dial it in?
No, I get up in the morning, Jen, and I do a lot of my prep, get a cup of coffee, make a pot of coffee, and have a few cups, and I work for an hour and a half, 2 hours on my game preparation. So I'm ready when I get out to the ballpark. Then I want to sit and talk. Danny will talk with the media. I'll sit and talk with him for a little while, or the players, find out how they're doing. Coaches, the other team, I'll go into the other clubhouse because I've got a lot of friends over there too. So that way I've got some stories to tell. I love telling stories. And so once my game prep is over, I get to the ballpark and I can relax and take it easy and concentrate on just getting ready and getting stories for the fans. You know, I know the score before every game starts.
Do you?
0-0. That's a dad joke.
I fell for that one. Where am I going?
Right there, spot number 66.
Okay.
So kind of swing to the right and swing in. Zanji parks on one side, Aaron on the other side.
Okay, well, let's give
There
them
you go.
plenty of room unless you wanted to really stick it to one of them.
Well, you got to back up and go in again because,
Really?
yeah, she's doing great.
I really thought I had this one, folks.
That's perfect. No. See, now you're perfect. See, you're lined up
Oh,
perfectly.
great.
A little more. There you go. Perfect.
Okay.
Good job.
All right.
That was
Woo.
fun.
It was fun. The stories were awesome. Time with Rick Rizzs was a blast. We hope you've enjoyed it too.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Jen.
Thanks, Rizzy.
Let's do it again.